We met at a friend's birthday party. She liked that I wasn't loud. I liked that she didn't fake laughs. It was quiet chemistry. Nothing cinematic. Just easy. She moved in after 8 months. I didn't ask her to. She just brought her suitcase one Friday and said she was tired of paying rent alone. I didn't mind. I liked quiet. At first. Everything worked. We split groceries, took turns with laundry. She burned pasta twice and laughed it off. I told her she'd get better. She didn't, but I kept eating it. She worked in fashion, ran social media campaigns for mid-size brands, had the kind of job that didn't clock in at 9 or clock out at 5. She always said that made her free. I never questioned it. Then, things started to shift. She stopped using the pet name she had for me, started answering calls in the bathroom, said she was overwhelmed at work but never looked tired. She stayed out longer, laughed louder when I wasn't part of the joke. One night, I picked up her coat from the couch. Her phone slipped out. The screen lit up. I didn't touch it, but I saw the preview. Just a name I didn't know, and a sentence that didn't belong to friends. She walked in a minute later, hair damp from the shower. Said she missed me. I didn't ask who the message was from. I just nodded. That night, while she scrolled beside me, I looked at the ceiling and thought about patterns. Not accidents. Patterns. Things people repeat when they think no one's watching. That was the night I started watching. The next morning, she left early, said she had a client meeting downtown. I offered to drive her. She said she'd already called a car. I didn't push, just handed her the thermos she liked, and watched her walk out like nothing had shifted. I didn't go to work that day. I called in a personal day, and spent the morning on the couch. Laptop open, typing slowly. She'd connected our home Wi-Fi to everything. Phone, laptop, watch. Her cloud backup wasn't password protected. I didn't need to dig, just follow the trail. I wasn't looking for photos. I was looking for patterns. Calendar events, Uber drop-offs that didn't match her stories. Receipts emailed to her personal inbox. A dinner for 2 at a place she said she hated. A dog grooming charge in a neighborhood we'd never walked through. Small things. Together, they told a different story. That night, I cooked. She came home with a bottle of wine. Told me her client had loved her work. Said they might go on retainer. I nodded. Served her plate. She was glowing. Talked about expanding her portfolio. Said she might start hosting industry mixers. I asked if I'd be invited. She smiled and said I wasn't exactly her brand. I laughed once. Quietly, she didn't notice. When she fell asleep, I opened a new email account. Clean. No identifiers. I sent myself copies of everything. Didn't name the folder proof. Just kept it organized. The next few days, I kept everything the same. I kissed her in the mornings. Did laundry on Sunday. Took her car in for service. She drove mine that day. What she didn't know was that mine had a dashcam. Not just for the front, also cabin audio. She hadn't noticed. The camera recorded a voice I didn't recognize. A man. Smooth. Too familiar. He laughed when she said my name. I didn't get angry. I got quiet. The next morning, I made a call to the insurance company, adjusted the car policy, removed her as a listed driver, transferred registration back under my name only. She wouldn't know until the moment mattered, and that moment was coming soon. That Friday, she asked me if I wanted to take a weekend trip. Just the two of us. Said we hadn't had quality time in a while. I told her I had some things to finish up, but she should go ahead and book it. Her eyes lit up. She kissed my neck, said I was being sweet again. She didn't know that while she slept the night before, I'd already made calls. Our shared streaming accounts cancelled. Her phone bill transferred to her name. My name was off every shared subscription, quietly, cleanly, nothing dramatic. She spent Saturday at her sister's. Said they were planning bridal showers for a mutual friend. I nodded. Didn't ask questions. While she was gone, I packed 2 boxers. Not everything. Just the essentials she used every day. Makeup kit, laptop, favorite jacket. That framed photo of her and her dog before we met. I labeled them with her name, nothing else. Sunday evening, she walked in humming. She wore new perfume and didn't say where she got it. I didn't ask. She looked at the coffee table. The boxes were there. She frowned. What's this? I told her I needed space. She blinked, because I was gone one weekend. I didn't argue. Just pointed to the laptop already open. The browser showed her calendar entries. I clicked through. Each one matched a different hotel, dinner, or invoice. She stepped back. You went through my stuff? No, I said. I looked at what was already mine. She said I was overreacting. That I didn't understand how creative industries worked. That intimacy and networking blurred sometimes. She called me insecure, then immature, then silent. When she paused, I slid the key to my apartment across the table. Not tossed, just placed. She stared at it. Seriously, I didn't respond. She said, "You're being cold." I said, "I'm being clear." She picked up the key, looked at the boxes again. "You really think I'm the bad guy?" I didn't answer. I just walked into the bedroom and shut the door. I heard her leave 10 minutes later. No door slam. No goodbye. Just her heels on hardwood, and silence after. She came back the next morning like nothing happened. No apology. Questions. Just made coffee and asked if I wanted toast. I told her the power company would shut off service next week. She blinked. "What are you talking about?" I said the apartment lease was in my name. Always had been. Utilities too. The renewal notice had already gone out. I declined. She laughed. Actually laughed. Said I was being dramatic. Said this wasn't how adults handled things. I didn't respond. Just sipped my coffee. Later that day, I stopped by her work. Dropped off a small envelope at reception. Nothing fancy. Just a few printed pages, a copy of the car registration now under my name, a printed transcript from the dashcam audio, and a cancellation notice from the hotel she'd booked for next weekend. She didn't call, but she posted something cryptic on social media that evening. A picture of a sunset with a caption about fake people and emotional children. I didn't like it. Didn't comment. I just blocked her. The next morning, I parked my car outside the boutique where she worked. Waited. At exactly 10:15, a guy in a gray blazer walked out. Same voice from the dashcam. Same smirk I'd heard laugh when she mentioned me. He didn't see me. I followed him to his office. Just watched. No confrontation. No drama. Just confirmed what I already knew. That night, I emailed her a single sentence. "Keys and mail need to be out by Friday." No threats. No insults. She replied with one word. Unreal. Friday came. She showed up around 11. Alone. No suitcase. Just a large bag and sunglasses she didn't take off. She didn't say a word. I had already placed her things in the hallway. The door stayed shut behind me. She stood there for a moment, then said, "You think this makes you strong?" I said nothing. She added, "You were never anything but a phase." I nodded once, then said, "You were never anything but a lesson." She turned away without another word. I waited for the elevator to ding before I locked the door again. Didn't feel victorious. Just lighter. She moved out that weekend. I didn't help. Didn't open the door. Just watched through the peephole as her cousin loaded the boxes into a trunk that needed oil. By Monday, her name was gone from every part of my life. Apartment, car, bills, calendar. She tried once more, texted from a new number, said she wanted to return a sweater that was technically mine. I didn't reply. I already replaced it. Mutual friends asked questions. I gave short answers. Didn't work out. That was it. No details, no stories, no defense. Just facts. One of them told me she'd moved back in with her sister. Said things weren't going great. Said she was re-evaluating what she wanted. I said that was probably good for her. The guy from the boutique didn't stick around either. Word was he got a promotion and stopped returning her messages. Maybe he'd already learned the same lesson I did. Maybe not. I didn't check. A few weeks later, I boxed up the last of our photos. Tossed the frame from her first birthday we celebrated together. Left the scrapbook untouched. It was hers. Always had been. I started waking up earlier. Sleeping deeper. Eating better. None of it was intentional. Just natural. Like dust settling after a storm. I never told anyone the full story. Never posted about it. Never shared the receipts. That part wasn't for them. It was for me. She once said I was just a phase. Something she'd outgrow. I didn't argue. I just made sure I outlasted her noise. Now, the apartment's quieter. Still smells like the candle she left behind. I don't burn it. I just leave it on the shelf as a reminder. Not of her. Of what I walked away from. With both hands steady. And nothing left behind.